Hi, my name's Joan from Relaxhypnotherapy, and I just wanted to put it out there. I've been talking to a lot of people, obviously still talking about the lockdown, etc. And there's a lot of people that have moved overseas, like myself, expats, that are really struggling with what's going on. And I've been talking to some people, and they've been saying that, it's all very well moving the other side of the world, coming to paradise, if you like. And a lot of them could do it and could cope with it, thinking that it was just, like a 23-hour flight back if anything should happen, to loved ones. But now they can't go back. And, they're feeling trapped, completely trapped. And I know a lot of people are thinking and considering going back full time. Even they've been here for years. It's just driving them nuts, to be honest. And I get that because, I know when I first arrived, and it was my dream to do this. But you're starting completely afresh. You don't know anybody. You don't even know the brands in the supermarkets. You don't know where anything is. It can be really, really strange. And, it is tough. It's tough having to make new friends because you've left your network completely behind. And even though we speak the same language, there's some, things that the Australians say, for instance, that we don't say, or words have been abbreviated. Like we say plaster, it's a Band-Aid over here. All sorts of funny things. And, I know one of my friends, we like compare, what do you call that, in England? And I would say, or they'll say something like a skivvy. I didn't know what a skivvy is. Well, a skivvy is a thermal top that they wear in the winter. There's little things that, I didn't have a clue. And, it's just adjusting, getting used to it all. And it can be very daunting, and, it can also be unnerving as well, because you do question, oh my God, did I do the right thing? Obviously the weather's better and, people are lovely here, of course, but it's still not what you're used to, if you like. And to start with, you are like a fish out of water. And I know I had some anxiety when I came out here. You bring your family out, you do it really on a whim, on a dream. In the UK, we've got a programme called Wanted Down Under. And I was watching that avidly before we came out. And it kind of gives the journey of the person that's coming out. They do a week, say in Australia, and they do, they do a day in their own trade, if you like. They show them the area that they're going to live in, cost of living, all sorts. And then you get the videos from your family back home, and, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to miss you, I'm going to this, I'm going to that. And it's, we were watching that all the time, of course. We were like absorbing and, like a sponge, taking in everything, trying to get as much information. And then when you do arrive, you hit the ground running pretty much, trying to get work, trying to settle, trying to do it all. But it was, it's difficult. Regardless of how much you want to do it, how much of a dream it is, it's difficult. But with the lockdown now, you can't go home. You can't go back. And I know here in Australia, we're not allowed to leave. We have had it relatively easy compared to a lot of the other countries. But now, of course, it's hitting Australia, and it's hitting hard. And, I know a lot of expats are wanting to go home permanently. They're ready to up sticks and go, because, there's a lot of guilt. A lot of people feel guilty because they feel that they've left their families in their time of need. And I understand that because obviously my family's back home as well. And it is tough. It's really tough. And, just on the day to day, living in a different country, it's, you know, Christmas. We're used to a Christmas where normally, I'm from Southampton, and it's normally chucking it down with rain. It's cold, it's winter, but that's what we're used to. And over here, the average Christmas day here in Adelaide is about 26 degrees. So it is very bizarre. It's very odd, and it's trying to adjust. You know, I still do the traditional Christmas dinner, and it can be hot, obviously. Trying to eat it in the middle of summer, and if you're having a heat wave, well, God, that's, you know, but it's totally different. It's like the world's gone topsy turvy. But it's just adjusting. It's making those changes, and really, you know, with everything that's going on, and I know from past experience, you can only take one day at a time. I had the anxiety when I came out, and I was put on antidepressants for it, because even though it was my dream, as I said, I did struggle. I struggled enormously, being away from my friends especially, and family, of course, and your whole network. You can't just pop in and see your mate and have a cup of tea, because they're not there. You've got to adjust, and you've got to, you know, make do. But over time, it does get easier. But this lockdown has just shaken everybody to the core, of course. And switching on the telly every day, I think that just exaggerates what's going on. And then things can, you know, get out of proportion in your head. I know people that are not sleeping, you know, people are just panicking, obviously, and their mental health is going through the roof. If, you know, if anybody's out there feeling like that, then, you know, reach out to somebody, because what is the saying? A trouble shared is a trouble halved. And it does help. It all helps. But, you know, don't try and struggle on your own. You know, if you are worried, if you are suffering, then please just reach out. If not to me, reach out to your friend, your neighbour. You know, FaceTime's a wonderful thing. And I know, for me, that's my link back home, if you like. That and WhatsApp, of course. But please don't struggle. Reach out if you need be. There's always somebody that will listen. Thanks very much for listening to me. Thank you. Bye-bye.